What's up, Misfit Nation? Welcome to another episode of the Misfit Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, Matt the Misfit. I actually have a special guest tonight. We're going to be doing the Royal Rumble 2023, God help us all, predictions. Before I do that, if you like what you see here, hit the comment section, comment down below, hit the like button, subscribe, follow me on social medias on Twitter, Misfit Podcast TV, Instagram, even though I'm barely on there, Misfit Wrestling Pod. Facebook, no one goes there. Misfit Wrestling Podcast. And here on youtube.com/@Misfit Wrestling Podcast. You can also find me on the other platforms: Spotify, Amazon Music, Audible, Google Podcast, Pandora, iHeartRadio, which that one for some reason still has, just stops at the Stardom New Japan show. Weird. Stitcher Radio. But yeah, I'm here with one of my good friends, Big Mike from the I believe you're from another show now. You're doing another show?
Yeah, Around the Point. Yeah. Around the Point Network. And,
with Heel Steven and somebody else.
Yeah, with Chase Oliver and Caden Lee, who's on Fightful Overbook.
Yeah.
We run shows every day over on the Around the Point Network, and you can find me a little bit on True Heel Heat as well.
Yeah, I've known Mike for at least 3-4 years now, seems like.
I think it was a little longer than that.
Yeah. I mean, what is it when you started? I think we started something. It was either, I think it had to do with either actual wrestling or the video games. I'm not sure. It was one of the two.
I think it was the video games because we were, when we were watching Cronin back in the day.
I haven't watched him in years, man, because he got weird.
Me neither.
He got weird for me. He got weird for me.
Same. So
yeah.
I kind of broke away from that. I kind of broke away from the wrestling scene for maybe, I want to say, a year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah.
Like right around the pandemic, I was like, screw this. So.
Oh, there's a lot of people like that.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to watch wrestling without crowds, man.
Yeah. So I kind of like laid low for a little bit, did a show here or there, and then now I'm back full time with the Around the Point crew.
Yeah.
Even though I've been knowing them for years too.
Yeah, he used to have his own YouTube channel. I was on one Raw review, and I'm like, it's really hard to talk about the show given who was booking it at the time. I have no problem watching the show now because I'm like, it's Triple H. I at least understand his booking sides.
Yeah.
Like last night's Raw, like, you know, a lot of people. I enjoyed last night's Raw for once.
Me too.
It was like, because Triple H didn't use these legends to screw everybody. He used these legends to put other people over. Like Bray Wyatt, for example, who we'll talk about, he's going to have his first television match coming up on Saturday since returning to the company. Undertaker, he passed the torch, it seemed like, to Bray Wyatt, which I'm like, still should have done that 8 years ago, Vince, but still.
Yeah, he had his chance.
DX helped put over, and Kurt Angle helped put over Seth Rollins, the Street Profits and Imperium last night. So, and I would go back and watch it because I didn't notice at first. Walter's laughing his ass off during that whole entire thing.
Yeah, he broke on our on the Raw review that I did earlier today.
Right.
At the time of this recording,
right.
I mentioned that Walter broke character.
Or Gunther. I've gotten used to Gunther, by the way.
Yeah, Gunther broke character.
One thing I will mention, though, and I know we shit on Vince a lot, rightfully so, he was doing very well with Gunther on the main roster for a little bit.
Yeah, that was one of the bright points of his booking.
And he seemed to do something great with the Sami. We don't know where we're going, but the Sami Zayn thing is probably one of the best storylines in wrestling right now.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like,
I mean, look at that beginning segment of Raw.
Oh.
Like, boy, great storytelling.
I did not expect to see I'm like, Jay is coming to his defense?
Yeah, that's what I was like. Of all people, Jay Uso comes to Sammy's defense.
I also did love Paul Heyman's little nod to ECW when he mentioned guilty as charged and the way he said it. I was like, that's totally what Heyman had. It's exactly how Heyman would say those promos when he voted guilty as charged. So, but Royal Rumble's coming up on Saturday. It's crazy to think this is going to be the first Royal Rumble booked solely by the Game himself. the Godfather of NXT.
Yeah.
So far, his pay-per-views have actually smashed it out of the park. Maybe Extreme Rules it was an iffy one, but to be fair, everybody was the only reason people were watching Extreme Rules is for Bray Wyatt.
He's booked like 4 pay-per-views so far?
He's booked. Okay, so he didn't book SummerSlam, but the SummerSlam was a great show because but he booked Clash of the Castle, which was phenomenal.
That was a good show.
The War Games show, the Survivor Series.
That was a good show.
Extreme Rules, and this is his fourth one.
That
here.
Was okay. Yeah, that was okay.
And people were really watching that to see if Bray Wyatt was showing up. That was the reason. Yeah. Though the opening match between Brawling Brutes and Imperium was great though.
Yes, it was.
Dude, that I'm so I did like my year-end awards last year for 2022, and Gunther and Sheamus almost won it had it not been for because Stardom is killing it now, and the match that actually won last year, which if you haven't seen it, it's phenomenal stuff. It's Azumi versus Starlight Kid. And but Gunther just almost won it. But I see people getting on Sasha's case of how she spelled Azumi's name or pronounced her name. It's kind of funny.
She's new to the whole thing. She'll get it.
I don't think she's winning the title from Kairi. By the way, I think they're going to do time limit draw with that.
I think she'll probably win it, but
so
we'll see. I'll be watching it live.
Oh, that's that much. Like I reviewed Wrestle Kingdom. Wrestle Kingdom wasn't a bad show.
Oh no,
they could have done better with the Sasha debut, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Like sometimes I think the New Japan debuts they work well when it's just a video package,
right?
Like with Cody's back in the day when he had that video package, that was great.
I mean, I do think, and I agree with a lot of people that I think Kairi Nakano should have gotten more time than what they were given, but that's neither here or there. Kairi, we're talking about that. I am ruling Kairi out of the Royal Rumble based on what she apparently has something going on. I guess a podcast or something going on that day. They had the Rumble, so she. Originally, she was going to be a surprise in my opinion, but I guess that's changing now. But we'll talk about surprises and all that stuff. The Rumble's coming up on Saturday. I'm very excited for once. Like, I hope so because you can't do as worse than last year.
Yeah. Like, I mean, this is also my favorite WWE pay-per-view to look forward to out of the whole year.
Yeah, I mean the Royal Rumble is great. You can get sat down, watch it with friends, and just, see who's going to show up, who isn't going to show up. I mean, I think the names are going to show up are people who are supposed to be coming on their way back to the company that were fired. So like Eric Young, probably maybe. So we're going to start with we just mentioned them earlier. Bray Wyatt, LA Knight, pitch black match. I have no idea what the hell the rules of this match are. All we were told is it's no disqualification and pinfalls count in the ring, I guess is what he said. But we don't know.
Okay.
But we don't know exactly how this is going to look. So, but I'm intrigued. I mean, Bray Wyatt. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, the only thing I almost did was at the grocery store, I almost picked up some Mountain Dew Pitch Black just for the match.
That's funny. That's funny. I mean, the Bray Wyatt return was phenomenal. Like let's get that out of the way. The way they built that whole thing up. Kudos to Triple H. Kudos to Rob Fee and everybody involved there. That was well executed. It's like, and you don't, and I like. The way they were doing it too, I loved how they pulled it off. Because during the commercial breaks, they would have in the arena playing White Rabbit by Jefferson Airplane was great. Nobody knew what the hell was going on, and I was like, "Bray's coming back to the company, isn't
he?" Yeah, I mean, that's what I think. That was like great marketing to get the fans, invested in what's going on, what's happening. The song is very ominous. and very scary in its setting.
I would have loved to seen that as his theme too.
True. That would have been
It's not against.
theme.
I'm not kidding. Code Orange is great. They make great songs for Bray too, but like, I'm just not used to having this song that's not similar to the song that has the catching flies and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah. but so far, I mean, the feud with LA Knight's not bad. It has its moments. It's there.
Yeah.
The Oklahoma thing is interesting.
Yeah,
and where it's going.
Said this a couple of times that I was like, okay, I'm getting sick of just the talking, because we both know these guys can cut promo.
Yeah. I was at the point, like I was just at the point where I just want Bray to wrestle. I'm happy he's back.
Same.
I'm so because the way he did not need to be fired the way he was, nor was he, because all that stuff that happened with him and Vince is like, the man was making the company. How can you say that his budget cuts that he's released when he's making you a ton of money with all his merchandise? But are split on who Uncle Howdy is. There's names being thrown out there. There could be anybody. Bo Dallas is one name that's being thrown out there. Vincent from The Righteous, which I still think Vincent and Dutch are going to be a part of whatever this is with Bray Wyatt, because it just makes sense at this point. But who do you think Uncle Howdy is?
Just from looking at what the character looks like up close. It looks like Bo Dallas.
Yeah, the more I thought about it, it does look like a little bit more like Bo Dallas.
Yeah, I mean, the body type, if you look at his torso, it's kind of, Bo didn't have the best physique, but he had like a weird shape to him. It's like he was slim, but he also had like a little roundness around the belly. Like not like outwards, but like sideways, widthwise. It looks like him.
And
torso.
And like, and whoever it was that was portraying him because when he came to the ring, I'm like, he's walking to the ring. Yeah. By the way, his theme song is kind of fire. I cannot wait for them to release that. So let's be real on that one. But whoever is portraying, I almost said Bray Wyatt. Whoever Rotunda is portraying Bray Wyatt, who's ever portraying Uncle Howdy, hit a phenomenal looking Sister Abigail and Bray.
Yeah.
Like, that was really good. But I'm excited to see what they're going to do. I'm hoping we get a reveal on Saturday. I don't know which, because we don't know if we're going to see Uncle Howdy in this match or match with Alexa. But I'm going to go easily here with Bray Wyatt. This is his first match back. You can't have him lose his first. Okay, let's be real. It's not his first match back. He had wrestled on the SG show against Jinder Mahal, but no one really cares about that. Yeah, I'm going to go with Bray. What about you?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Bray. I mean, if Vince was booking this, he probably would lose. But yeah, I'm going with Bray. First match back. I mean, he kind of had a small setback when he broke his finger on a house show, but that probably won't, stunt him at all. I'm just curious to see what this match is going to look like.
Exactly, like
that's the big question.
and we'll get to see what changed in the ring with Bray, because he hasn't wrestled. If we're not counting his live event match, this would be is going to be his first match since WrestleMania 37.
Yeah, that's a long time.
And that stupid ass decision to have him lose.
Yeah.
It still baffles me that they did that. They had all this whole storyline build up, and actually it doesn't baffle me because it was Vince. That they had no end to storyline, and he was supposed to win hours before the show.
Yeah.
So, I do think they're gonna do, and I think it's gonna lead to Howdy versus Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania. I think that's the direction they're going. Maybe.
Who would you say?
Bray Wyatt probably gonna wrestle Uncle Howdy at WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, it was that swerve. We thought Uncle Howdy was on his side until he hit that Sister Abigail on him on SmackDown.
Yeah, I do love that. LA Knight's like, what the hell's going on? Yeah. So that was great. But yeah, I think it would be an alright match. Bray Wyatt's not a bad wrestler. I know people Bray Wyatt, when he is in there with somebody who has he can go when he wants to. We've seen it. He's had great matches with, I know a lot of people throw as the first decision, Bryan Danielson, but Bryan Danielson can have a fucking great wrestling match with a broomstick. Okay.
Right.
That match, that payback match with John Cena was great, even though the feud was shit. But that's either here or there. But yeah, we both got Bray Wyatt here on the Royal Rumble. I almost said kickoff. They haven't. I don't think they've had a kickoff match in months.
Yeah, since they don't do kickoff matches like that no more.
No, you know what? They did do the Saudi Arabia show too. I forgot about that.
Oh, that show was kind of long. So,
though Paul surprised the fuck out of me in that showing.
Yeah.
Logan Paul's. I'm telling you, if he wants to quit boxing and quit doing YouTube, doing this time, boy has a career ahead of him right there.
Oh yeah. Very, very, very impressive things that he's doing in the ring.
And we'll talk more about Logan Paul because he might be in the Royal Rumble on Saturday. So
maybe.
Speaking of Bray Wyatt, we got I guess his little stepsister Alexa Bliss challenging Bianca Belair for the SmackDown, the Raw Women's Championship. Usually this is better than their last match that they had on Raw because that match was fucking terrible.
Yeah, but I mean, it got the story across for her with getting her head bashed in, and
I'm over the Bianca Belair Cena Bush at this point. Like it's so the way that they had her beat like all of Damage and Control at Extreme Rules, the way they did, yeah. Like I'm like, LOL, Cena wins. Obviously, that Bianca Belair is winning this match. By the way, because
she is
because the winner of the Royal Rumble is to me the winner of the Rumble is very obvious, and we'll get to that in a little bit because there is no one else if you know who I'm talking about to win that one. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Bianca Belair. I don't think this match is gonna be. I mean, it's gonna be all right. Hopefully, maybe an Uncle Howdy appearance here too. Who knows?
Maybe. I'm also picking Bianca as well. I really didn't think that they would give her like the Cena booking. You know, that shows that they love her a lot. Yeah, and you know me from ever since she debuted. You know, I've been a big Bianca Belair fan.
Like I listen, she's not in my cup of tea, but I get why people are like her, and that's cool.
Yeah, and I mean, and the match is probably going to be decent, but yeah, I think all in all, Bianca Belair is going to win.
Like she's had okay matches with Bayley. I mean,
yeah,
the ladder match, the ladder match they had at Extreme Rules was all right. It was nothing special.
Her second match with Becky was really good.
Yeah, but that to be fair, that match that they had at WrestleMania, I was not expecting to be as good as it was.
It was really good.
That was very good. And then right after that, Ross was like, you know what? I'm just going to show you up there too, because with the whole Cody Rhodes thing, we'll talk about Cody too in a little bit. But now we got the only other match outside the Rumble match that's announced. Roman Reigns defending the Undisputed Universal Championship against Kevin Owens. There's no way in hell Kevin Owens is winning this match, by the way. It's going to be phenomenal. I can do that.
I got a theory.
The match is going to be great, though.
Oh, it is. I mean, their matches have always been good.
And here's the funny thing. This is going to be... And here's the funny thing. This is going to be the third time in a row that they're going to wrestle each other at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I know.
27.
Isn't that crazy?
It's the funny thing is the first time Kevin Owens was the champion. He was the Universal Champion, defending against Roman. And then 2 years ago, it was the last man standing match between those two. And then this year, it's just as of right now, it's just a regular match. But
yeah,
but
I would keep it at the regular match because there's really an underlying story here.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Roman Reigns here. it's just big for Roman to retain here somehow, some way. Probably Sammy gets involved somehow that way.
Yeah, that's kind of my theory. The underlying story of like Sammy's loyalty and stuff like that, I think is going to play a really big factor here in this match. And this is possibly. Do you think this match main events or is before the Rumble match, the men's Rumble?
That depends.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It really depends.
If, because I don't think they have them, but if they nailed The Rock, Roman versus Kevin Owens is main eventing the show. That's a big if.
Okay.
But I don't think they have them, and I don't think they've ever had them at all for this year's WrestleMania.
Okay, because a lot of my theory goes into Roman said it on Raw, so I don't want to see you till Saturday, and then the big test. I think the big test is probably going to be if anywhere,
right?
I'm getting ready to lose this match. You got to take Kevin Owens out.
Well, here's what I think they could do is Sammy almost costs Roman the match.
Yeah. That's a little bit of part of my theory too.
And then sets up whatever they're going to do at the because I'm just going to throw that right here right now. Sami Zayn is not winning the Royal Rumble.
No, he's not.
Because
I think if they have him in the Royal Rumble at the same time as Cody, that would be a big mistake.
Because I don't know how it's going to be received. Because we cannot pull another Daniel Bryan situation here.
Exactly, with Batista.
And Triple H is smarter enough way smarter than Vince to pull that off.
Yeah.
But we both got Roman here. This is gonna be a great match. Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns has been. I'm so glad that Vince finally gave in to the fucking heel turn because it needed to happen many years ago.
And this has been a phenomenal heel turn as well.
And it's like the only downside that they did not need to put both titles on him last year. That to me that hurt the whole thing a little bit because he's never on Raw.
Yeah, he's never on Raw, but now they're starting to put him on Raw because the bloodline's everything now.
Well, they're also teasing the split of both titles too. So
they are both titles and in both tag titles too.
I don't know how they're going to. No, I would not split both tag titles yet. I would wait until because my theory and it's probably been the match for WrestleMania for months now. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus the Usos.
Yeah, that's another thing too as well. But I don't know. Maybe this story is just a little too big for a tag team match.
I don't know
because it's getting kind of big here. Because after that trial segment, like that's a late change in how big that became.
All right.
After, I don't know, man. This is
like I know a lot of people. I know I saw rumors going around that the segment was changed due to people not being able to get in there. I don't know if I fully believe that. My thing is they don't have The Rock was why that was changed.
Yeah, and that's the unfortunate thing that if they couldn't land The Rock.
I know a lot of people are saying but just because WWE has had it planned or not planned, but wanted to do this match and has told The Rock about it doesn't mean The Rock said yes to it.
Exactly.
Like being in ring shape and being in physical shape is two different things.
It is, but on the same note, he's done 5-second, 5-minute things, but you would want him to do a little bit more, with Roman.
The reason I don't think he wants to do another match is because the last time he did a full-blown 20-minute match, he got blown up very, very quickly in 5 minutes and also got hurt.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But yeah, we both got Roman Reigns here. I guess maybe I don't care to see it now that they've buried her last night. They may add Charlotte versus Sonya Deville, maybe. Possibly might actually, I don't know, maybe not. I don't care to see it after.
Maybe not. Yeah, I don't care to see it either, but I know they'll probably tease something in the Women's Rumble, which I'm gonna talk about that when we get to it.
And and I don't know if they're going to add anything else to this show. As far as I mean, really don't need to. The Rumble matches really are the focal point of the show. Because it's always like that every year. You have these, two matches that were like these undercard matches that don't really mean much, and then you have the two Rumble matches, which originally, because two matches were supposed to take place on the show, according to Wrestling News CO. One of them was supposed to be Ronda versus Raquel. That didn't happen. And then what was the other match? Edge versus Finn Balor, Hell in a Cell. That may be pushed. I think they're still going to do that match, but at WrestleMania.
I would like that at WrestleMania. Actually,
I believe it was supposed to be the Demon versus Edge. I guess I don't know. I would kind of would love to see how a Judgment Day Demon looks.
that too. Yeah.
That's
Heaven versus like Bruce.
Speaking of Judgment Day, I'm going to put this out here right now. First, I hated the Judgment Day, like everyone else, and somehow Triple H said, "You know what we're going to do with the Judgment Day? We're going to make them one of the coolest things on Raw."
Yeah,
I tell you right now, without Rhea Ripley, that whole thing is dead.
Rhea Ripley and the small emergence of Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah, Dominic's doing great stuff, man.
Yeah,
like that whole thing. Oh, that was great. I remember the thing with Asuka where like he's screaming, "Mommy, I can't see you." That was great. That was great. That was great. We'll talk about Asuka too, because
what did Priest say? What did Priest say to her? I think he said, "At least you're burning in your eyes, and not somewhere else." And she was like, "Why do you say that?"
Something like that. I know he made it. I know he made a dick joke, but it was funny though. Priest is just Priest is hilarious. Okay. But since we're talking about here, let's talk about the women's Royal Rumble match. The only women announced this match so far: Liv Morgan, Candice LeRae, Rhea Ripley, Raquel Rodriguez, Shayna Baszler, who should have won it 2 years ago, Selena Vega, and Emma. I don't know if any more is going to be announced. Probably not. And according to reports, WWE may not be bringing in any legends because they seem very happy with the roster that they have. Which, if you really think about it, I have a forbid for the Women's Royal Rumble this year. Especially with the amount of people they brought back. Let's talk about people who could show up first before we get to the winner here. Nikki Cross might be coming in here as their Sanity character, which I'm so glad is back, by the way. Creepy Nikki is always best Nikki. Maybe we'll see a little bit of. I do think they're reforming Sanity. It's kind of very obvious at this point they're going to do that.
Oh yeah.
Eventually, I don't know when Wolf and Dan are going to come in, but I feel like they are going to come in at some point too. But Asuka, who hasn't been seen since her loss to Rhea Ripley, I believe. I think she's going to make her return, and she's going to come out looking like Kana. What do you think? I think they've been teasing this whole Kana thing.
I would like to see that.
And if there's anybody I trust with that booking of Asuka, Triple H, because he loves her.
Oh yeah.
So,
sure.
So we got that. We got Asuka possibly coming back. Chelsea Green is signed.
Oh yeah, is signed.
I see her being in the Rumble. A few NXT names I can see. I'm not calling her Alba Fire. First of all, she's Kaylee Ray. Let's get the fucking straight. She needs to be on the main roster, but like right now.
100%.
Like she's been down there way
both
like
her and Isla
the fact that they didn't even decide to put the title on her at all down there. Like they had two opportunities to do it and they didn't.
I think before she screwed up, I think Mandy Rose was just running that division until Roxanne Perez.
And there was a report. I don't know who came up with it, but they were going to bring Toxic Attraction up without her. I'm like, well, what the hell is the point?
Yeah, I mean, it can reality happen now.
But Mandy Rose is doing phenomenal. Is doing great. Is Well,
I mean, she is doing great things. No, she's doing God's work right now.
And she's making shit ton of money right now. So good for her.
100%. Yeah.
Good for her. Good for her for standing up for herself too on that.
Yeah. Yep.
Like if I was making that ton of money, I'm like, hell no, I'm not shutting this down. Right. But we might see Scarlett in the Royal Rumble maybe.
Oh yeah.
She had her first actual match in WWE. Besides, if you're not counting that squash match that she was in many years ago with Nia Jax, but her actual first match, what was it? Wasn't it? Who was it?
Yeah,
was it against Madcap and Madcap and Emma?
Yes.
That's right. It was. And she's really good at wrestling, by the way. Like, so we can see that. Who else do you think we could see in the Royal Rumble for the women?
For the women,
Santina Murray. No, I'm kidding.
No, he's got his hands full with Impact.
Hey, Mickie James was in it last year. I'm just saying.
Yeah, she was. I mean,
and funny enough, she was the champion and going into that year's Rumble.
Yeah, I know. She had the belt on. They called her. They had it on her nameplate. Impact Women's Champion. And great.
You know what's kind of funny this year going around? She's again the Impact Women's Champion. That's funny.
Shoot. Yeah, I know. Shoot. I don't know. Maybe outside of like regular people on the roster.
Yeah.
I would have said Nikita Lyons, but she.
Wendy Chu. There's another one.
Yeah, Wendy Chu.
Wendy Chu's great.
But she is good, but she probably wouldn't get a nice reaction.
I don't know about that. That seems to be very over at the moment.
Maybe I might be wrong.
To be fair, though, I personally liked her when she was Mei Ying because it was that was just so cool. That whole Teen Shaw thing to me was cool. Okay. Plus, if she's in the Rumble, imagine her crossing paths with Xia Li again.
Oh yeah.
Xia Li is great, by the way. I would just point that out. I want more for her, by the way.
Is she? She's not announced yet, right?
No, she's not been announced yet. She'll probably be in there. She'll be in there for us.
In there.
Ronda might. I don't know.
I saw something where they said Ronda they want to hold her off of the Rumble. They don't want her in it.
Yeah, that's a fair point. You wouldn't want to do what happened last year.
Yeah, they said they didn't want her in it, so she might. I
wouldn't put past WWE to put fucking Charlotte in there.
Oh, so nobody can challenge her?
No.
Even though she's great, I like Charlotte. She was
we mentioned Nikki Cross. Since this is the year we do Iron Woman and Iron Woman, I'm gonna go with that's a tough one. I know a lot of people say Liv Morgan, but I don't think Liv Morgan's gonna be the Iron Woman.
No. And you're probably gonna be mad at my Iron Woman.
I'm gonna go with Shayna Baszler. I think Shayna may be. She was the Iron Woman for the 2021 Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I mean,
she had a great showing at Rumble too.
Yeah.
Who do you guys your Iron Woman?
She's disturbing our televisions every Friday and Monday. Sonya Deville.
Oh, good Lord. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, God.
I told you. If they don't have a match for her with Charlotte and she's in this match, I think she's Iron Woman. I think they do that.
But let's get the winner out of the way here because going into going into the Royal Rumble this year, there was only one winner here that everyone pretty much said she is the one to win this year, and that is Rhea fucking Ripley.
She's the only one that has big momentum going.
Yeah, she's mega over right now. She's always over. She's been over for but this character of Rhea Ripley, I heard people for months tell me, Rhea can't do a heel turn. She can't be a heel. She's not very good at heel. I'm like, you apparently didn't watch her in NXT UK, then.
Yeah.
She can play a heel, and she's doing phenomenal stuff. And Rhea Ripley winning the Royal Rumble makes a lot of sense. The match that people do want to see is her versus Bianca Belair, right?
Mm-hmm.
Though I have heard, and I have little sources myself, that there is a chance that at some point between now and WrestleMania, somehow, one way or another, Becky Lynch is going to get the Raw Women's title back, and they're going to probably do Becky and Rhea for the title. The only way I could see that happen is inside the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, that would make sense. That would make sense only.
Now you could have her go against Charlotte to get that fucking horrible idea of a win back from, was it 2-3 years ago, something like that? Whenever 36 happened, wasn't it too?
Oh, in the PC?
Yeah.
When she was NXT Women's Champion?
Yeah. I think that was 3 years, right?
That was 35.
36.
36. You're right.
Yeah, 35 was when Becky won that year.
Yeah, you're right.
So,
36.
but Rhea Ripley, it's kind of like no brand. I mean, Becky could win it again, but I don't honestly. Becky doesn't need it. She's already a megastar on her own. She doesn't need the Rumble. There is, I don't know. Maybe Shayna could win it. Maybe Triple H is booking it, so he could probably.
I don't know.
Let's see who else could actually. Asuka. Asuka's a dark horse. If not Rhea, Asuka's my dark horse to win.
Oh yeah, I mean, Asuka's a dark horse. Rhea's the definite for me.
Oh, actually, I take back my Iron Woman on Shayna. I got Io Shirai as my Iron Woman.
That can also be a good Iron Woman. Yes.
The Final Four. Let's talk about the Final Four too, because we might as well do that before we get into your pick of the winner, because you're probably going to go with the same person.
Oh yeah. I think I already said it. It's
Rhea Ripley.
That's my
obviously. My Final Four would be Rhea Ripley, Io Shirai, Becky Lynch, and Asuka. That's a great Final Four too.
It is a good Final Four. I think minus. You know what? No, I think I might agree with that, because you have the story there. You have Becky and Io, who are in a feud right now. And then you said Rhea. And who else?
I said Asuka.
And then Asuka just coming back and just being Asuka.
Asuka could. Who might have the most eliminations?
Most eliminations.
Okay, so to me, it's a toss-up. It's actually a triple header. You can have Rhea, Asuka, and Shayna be one of those names.
Yeah, it's one of those three.
And then you get your winner, Rhea Ripley. I mean, kind of, if like, I don't know how the crowd would react if Rhea doesn't win.
Yeah.
I mean, because
especially if she's like Final Four, Final Two,
right?
If she doesn't win, ooh.
Like, because personally, I thought she should have won last year too. In my opinion, I was not. I was fine with Bianca winning it the year prior, even though I was still like, yes, let's go Rhea. But Rhea should win it here. There's no other option here. You cannot do what Vince did with Shayna Baszler. Shayna going into that show was the odds-on favorite to win that year, and just went, hey, we're gonna go with Charlotte, LOL. So, but yeah, so there's that one. The men's Royal Rumble match seems to be easy, but not really. So the announced there's more announced participant names for this show than there is the other one. Kofi Kingston, Santos Escobar, Ricochet, Austin Theory, Seth freaking Rollins, Bobby Lashley, Baron Corbin, Rey Mysterio, Gunther, Cody Rhodes, Omos for some reason is still employed, Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, Braun Strowman, and Karrion Killer Kross. To me, the winner should be Cody Rhodes.
100%.
Like the only other person I can see winning this match other than Cody Rhodes is it's not Sami Zayn, even though as much as I love Sami Zayn, he's great. Seth Rollins is the other choice to win. There is no other option here. Rock should not be coming in and we cannot do, because then that to me that just screams, oh, we're just going to do the same one thing we did with Brock last year with The Rock.
Yeah,
can't do that.
Rock doesn't need a Rumble win at all.
No. Speaking of Brock, he's not announced for the Royal Rumble, but I do think he'll be in it. And I think what's going to happen here is, and I think everyone else has kind of figured this out. I'm like, Bobby Lashley and Brock are somehow going to eliminate each other.
Yep, simultaneously.
And that's going to set up their match for WrestleMania.
Yep.
So that throws that out there. The Iron Man for this show. Okay. there's two people who could pull this off. Mm-hmm. One of them is the winner of the Royal Rumble, obviously, who I think is going to be Cody Rhodes. The other one is Seth Rollins.
I have another one too.
Who do you got?
Austin Theory.
Oh no, I don't want. No, I can't. Nope, I can't do that. No, that.
Austin Theory can most definitely be Iron Man.
I don't know. I don't imagine if Gunther is a fucking Iron Man.
He can be an Iron Man too. He'll probably have most eliminations.
That's a good point. Yeah. Drew McIntyre's in there. Sheamus is in there. And this also, we should point out, the Royal Rumble match usually is also what helps set up WrestleMania matches too. Like we just mentioned with Brock and I must Gunther. That was a rumored match, but it's not going to be as much as I would love to see. I wouldn't love to see Gunther versus Brock, but not while Gunther is the Intercontinental Champion.
Right. Even though I think Brock doesn't need the Intercontinental Championship, but I still want to see that face-off and a little bit of action in there if they do have Brock in there that long.
That could be like a SummerSlam match or something.
Yeah, and hopefully it is, because I will be seeing that live.
It depends. That's if
it's SummerSlam.
But let's see what's other programs that could probably be set up in this Royal Rumble match. There's two matches that make sense for Gunther here at some WrestleMania. One of them is Drew McIntyre, because Drew has been asking for this match with Gunther. Triple H is the booker; he can make it happen. He can book whatever match he wants. But to me, I think it's going to be a rematch between Sheamus and Gunther, where Sheamus actually winning the Intercontinental title. So that's going to happen there with those three. Seth Rollins, I don't know what Seth Rollins is doing at WrestleMania. I'm very interested because he's not. He didn't go into he didn't win the championship last year, which he should have, if I'm being completely honest. I don't know what they're going to do here with that. What do you think Seth Rollins goes after the Rumble?
I don't know. I know there were. Oh no, that's another thing. Never mind. That was one of those rumblings. I don't know where he would go, because he's having like this. He's pretty much turned face. Huh?
Oh yeah, he's a babyface now. He was high fiving fans last night. So.
Yeah. So he's a babyface now.
So organically over. Like this whole thing he's been doing got organically over too. So.
Oh yeah, his entrance and all that type of stuff. Man, I really don't. I don't want to see him with the Miz.
No one wants. Look, as cool as that match that they had at Backlash one year. It was all mostly Seth Rollins pulling his weight around, because Seth Rollins is just fucking great at wrestling.
Exactly. So none of that. It's kind of hard, man. I mean, he's been the MVP for me this Royal Rumble, not this Royal Rumble season, but this WWE season.
Yeah.
Just having, he's put over a lot of people. Right. He's put over Cody 3 times. He's put over Austin Theory. He's put over a lot of people.
I'm trying to figure out, like,
I'm trying to pinpoint
what does he do? What does he do for WrestleMania? Like,
I mean, would you want to give him like a Legends match, like him and Stone Cold in a 10
I don't know what. I mean, I think Stone Cold's going to be in the fucking Royal Rumble.
Me too. That's why I said maybe they set it up there. Who knows?
That's a good question. Like, I don't know what he's going to do at WrestleMania, because I don't think they're going to do, and I don't as great as those 3 matches were, I don't have any desire to see a 4th Cody Rollins match.
Is there any rumblings that Riddle is coming back from like
and stuff like that? He should be back very soon. He might actually be back in the Rumble if I
If he
Would think
comes
so.
back in the Rumble, then that will be his thing.
But then again, but also I remember Rollins is a babyface now, so
he's a babyface, but that doesn't mean that they can,
I mean, there a match I would like to see. I don't know if they would do it. AJ Styles and Johnny Gargano. Not AJ Styles. I mean Seth Rollins and Gargano.
Yeah.
Though that other match sounds great too.
Hopefully he's ready by the Rumble because he was injured. He's injured too.
Who, AJ or
Gargano?
Oh, Gargano.
He has a shoulder injury.
Hopefully, I know AJ is not going to be in the Rumble. He
has a broken ankle.
He'll be back for WrestleMania though. I do believe that. So.
Yeah.
I would love to see Ciampa, but Ciampa's out with hip surgery, so and I don't know when he's coming back. And when Ciampa comes back, they're totally refilming DIY. They can't miss that opportunity.
No, they can't.
I mean, they could turn Logan Paul heel and do Rollins and Logan Paul.
They can do that. I would love to see that, but because Logan Paul right now,
right?
He's such a PR nightmare right now.
Right.
I don't know if they'll have him in the Rumble because of that crypto stuff and social media stuff.
You say that, but Vince forced his way back into the company.
That's true. That's true. That's true. So I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe I'm wrong on that. But I would love to see that Logan.
I mean, because well, obviously Logan Paul went to that match with Cena, but Cena looks like he's going to be facing Austin Theory. So
yeah.
So I don't know.
I would like to see that too.
I don't know what he's going to do. I mean, they could go back to doing something with. No, they're going to do something. They're going to fix the Edge of Finn Balor thing. So I don't know. That's tough. And maybe I don't know. Maybe they send him over to SmackDown to do something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That one's a tough one to call.
Let's see other names that might actually be in the Royal Rumble. Bronson Reed. I'm excited to see what he does in the Rumble.
Candidate.
Bronson Reed and Gunther face off.
100%.
Oh God,
he's a candidate of most eliminations as well.
I'm super glad that they did not just stick him with the Miz.
Right.
Because I'm like the moment I'm like, oh God, God damn it. That would have
been such a Vince thing.
Yeah.
Because when the next Raw, after he debuted and Miz came into the equation, he was like, no, bro, you got to pay me if you want me again. And they squashed that whole notion.
Yeah. So the Royal Rumble, like the men's Rumble, the women's Rumble was not as hard. Trying to figure out what's going to happen with most of these people for going into I don't know what Karrion Kross is going to do for WrestleMania. Like originally I had him and Bray Wyatt, but no, they're not doing that. At least not now. Kross could do something
it's probably gonna be that whack battle royal again if they bring that back.
Oh, I don't know. Depends on I don't think Triple H is going to want to do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if they ever wanted to, get people on, they can do that. But I wouldn't want to see that either.
Let's see. Let me think here. Kross could. I mean, Kross has been. Well, I don't know. He might. If they depend. Cause apparently, Sami Zayn is on the poster for Elimination Chamber. Somehow that got leaked. And he's not wearing the Bloodline stuff. I should point that out. So. They may do. I don't know if they're going to do a singles match between him and Roman, or if they're going to put Roman in the chamber.
I don't know, but it would be something. He gets cut from the Bloodline after Royal Rumble, and I just got the Island Relevancy shirt.
That's funny. Shinsuke Nakamura. I haven't seen Nakamura in a while. Shinsuke
in a while.
I think Shinsuke
a great Muda match as well.
Which which would not have happened under Vince McMahon. Actually, Nakamura literally said this match was not going to happen with Vince McMahon in charge. Nakamura, I think he'll do has a better shot in this year's Royal Rumble than he would have under Vince. I'm still waiting for Triple H to do something else was better with Nakamura. He will. I'm just gonna give it time there.
Yeah.
No, imagine if Triple H was the one booking the show when Nakamura win the Royal Rumble.
That would have been great.
Who would have won? I'm pretty sure he would have won the WWE title at WrestleMania that year.
Yeah, he probably would have. Yeah.
Oh man, like I don't know. And then we got surprise entrance. So returning people. Maybe Matt Cardona is a name being thrown out there. He is on his way. This individual is on his way back to WWE. He is reported by PW Insider Eric Young. Possibly I'm assuming that they're saving him for the Royal Rumble too. And see who else can we see popping up. There is a rumor. I don't know when his contract is actually up. Jay White, possibly, maybe.
Ooh.
Like, bro, if Jay White pops up the Royal Rumble, he can win the damn thing.
You know what?
I would not be.
If Jay White is in the Rumble, that's who Rollins faces at WrestleMania.
Oh, Jay versus Seth Rollins sounds fucking amazing. That sounds very good. Oh, dude, imagine a promo battle between fucking Jay White and Paul Heyman.
Oh man.
Like,
oh man.
If he leaves, because it is rumored that he is leaving New Japan, like when his contract is up. And a lot of people have said, like, speculated, he seems more WWE bound than AEW bound.
And I'm not gonna, no disrespect to AEW, but I think he stands out more in WWE than he does in AEW.
Yeah, like AEW doesn't really need him
already. Yeah.
But and if he goes, he's skipping fucking NXT.
Oh, for sure.
Like you are not gonna. There's no the Triple H is like Triple H has been after Jay White for many years.
Yeah, and then he's just gotten better and better and better and better to the point where he doesn't need it.
Yeah, so maybe because we don't know what's gonna happen because the rumor is what was it conditional, what was it he said? John put out something about non-conventional entrance or something like that.
Oh, an unconventional entrance,
not your normal thing. So to me it looks like Forbidden Door. Like what's happening? We don't know.
I don't know. Maybe it would be sick. It's probably not gonna happen because I don't think Juice and Thunder Liger ever did this when he retired.
Oh no, I do. I think Muda's going to be in the Royal Rumble. If that's who you're thinking, I think like there's got to be some caveat to allowing Nakamura to wrestle that Noah match.
Something. I would like to see that.
Like I know the Muda gimmick just retired the other night.
Yeah,
but this is wrestling, and nothing ever stays retired.
Right.
And I just cannot see a year without Muda not doing at least one thing for WWE.
Right.
And
he's going straight into the Hall after.
Oh, I feel like he's going into this year's Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Under Triple H, under Vince McMahon, I don't think so. But then again, somehow they got Liger into the Hall of Fame. So,
yeah.
I feel more like that was a Triple H call than a Vince call somehow.
Yeah.
Joe, imagine the Hall of Fame of Triple H and who's going to be able to put in there.
Yeah, I know, right?
I don't know. I do think that was one big surprise. I think is going to happen. So you mentioned your Iron Man being Austin Theory. Well, no, actually, no, not Austin Theory. So I had some completely different idea here. So somebody asked me, who are you if Muda's in the Royal Rumble? Who takes the miss spot? And I thought about it. I'm like, there was only one person that came into my mind. Dominic Mysterio.
100%.
Like that's the only other person.
Bang bang. That's the only way. Like,
yeah,
like from Asuka, now he takes it from Muda.
I'm like, that'd be great. And he gets the honor of saying, I got missed, but I got to take the Great Miss by the Great Muda.
Yeah.
Somebody, I'm pretty sure, at some point in his career, Rey Mysterio wrestled at some point, probably.
Yeah.
Probably. So, speaking of Great Muda, what did you think about his, if you saw it, did you see his match the other night?
I didn't see it. No, I didn't see it yet. I will be watching it soon, though.
Yeah,
But I didn't see it yet.
I watched it. First of all, Hakushi is fucking 56-year-old, and he looks in fucking phenomenal shape. like I remember back in the day with him and his rivalry with Bret Hart having some great fucking matches. And Bret Hart, was like, I ain't gonna squash this dude. We're gonna put on fucking bangers, and that's exactly what they did. Muta, one of the greatest of all time, obviously. Though I would like to see him come in and do at least one AEW match before he does hanging up for good. I don't know, but yeah, I do think Muta's going to be in the Royal Rumble somehow. I don't know how he's going to get into it, but and usually the Royal Rumble is a smart mark crowd, so they'll pop for a great Muta.
They'll pop big time for him. Yeah.
I can just imagine, and I tried to quote about the whole misting Dominic Mysterio thing, which was funny. I can just hear Corey Graves saying the line of, "What's up with Dominic and getting misted as a late?"
Yeah, I know, right?
That'd be great. Oh man. Oh, Pat McAfee's another one I can see being in the Royal Rumble.
That one too.
I just miss Pat McAfee on commentary. That's it. I love. Don't get me wrong. I love Wade Barrett, but Pat McAfee is better.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we got Cody. I got Cody Rhodes to win this year's Royal Rumble. It just makes sense. Cody Rhodes going to WrestleMania to dethrone Roman Reigns for the world title. Just makes sense. It's kind of this moment Cody walked back into WrestleMania. Not WrestleMania. Well, he did walk back into WrestleMania, but he walked back into the WWE. I'm like, yeah, WWE now has their main event for WrestleMania 39. So it just makes sense. But yeah. So Royal Rumble's going to be hopefully a good show. Hopefully Triple H, I beg you do not piss any of us off. We trust you so much. Do not fuck this.
Yeah. This is the big teller. If you're
this is the big test. This is the big test. Like the Royal Rumble's always sold out. Like, if you've noticed that ever since he's been put in charge of creative, shows have been selling out like crazy. Like, not just pay-per-views, Raw, SmackDowns, live events have been selling out. Like,
I tried to get a ticket at the SmackDown that just passed, that was here,
right.
And freaking tickets was like insane resale.
That's how people are interested in Triple H's version of the WWE. Like, this is like something we like when this took place. Like, we didn't think it was going to happen this soon. Like, we didn't think eventually Vince was going to leave. The way he did, I didn't think that was how it was going to go down.
Yeah.
Like,
that all threw us.
Like, that whole ending sequence of the whole stuff coming out here, him doing all that shit that he's on SmackDown, and then not even a week or two later, I'm retired.
Yeah, it was like, excuse me?
Like, what? In the moment that happened, I'm like, change is coming. So, yeah. But I'm excited to see what's happening. You guys are going to be doing watch along over at True Heel Heat. Shout out to SP3. Really good dude, even though me and him had a back and forth in the Rock thing, which is neither here, but he's still a good dude.
Yeah, really good dude. True Heel Romeo as well.
Yeah. I knew some of the guys over there on Fightful. I talked to Kate every now and then. She's awesome. Alex, I don't know if his stuff is a gimmick or not. I'm very confused with Alex. Alex is a really cool dude. Sean is not an asshole, guys. Let's put that out here. He will only be an asshole if you're an asshole to him. It's very simple. It's not rocket science. But I follow all those guys. Cassidy Haynes, Body Slam, all those guys. Andrew Zarin, great people. But before we go, you heard you saw the news. WWE 2K23.
Yes.
What are your thoughts of all the news that you heard so far that came out?
Oh man, I'm generally excited for
this.
I'm excited for this game coming out.
Like the second I'm like, I saw War Games. I'm sorry, excuse me?
Yeah.
So like
they put War Games in there.
I'm like, and it does look like, and I could be wrong, but it does look like War Games is not going to be a Match exclusive. That would be kind of fucking stupid if they did that.
No, it's not. It's not. It's gonna be. It's like 3v3, 4v4,
which is 4v4 is what NXT was doing. So
yeah,
I'm interested to see how they work that whole thing out. I love what we heard about it.
I've seen screenshots. Yeah. So it's kind of like how they did it in NXT, where you know how the cages were in the crowd.
Right. Well, I mean, the one time they did it in the PC.
Yeah, that's the iteration that they're using.
And they did say that there's going to be 3 arenas. NXT War Games, Survivor Series, a third one, and I'm assuming, and it's just me, the only other arena that makes total sense is WCW's Fall Brawl.
Yeah,
I mean, it just makes sense there. I do the idea of being the opponent to John Cena that beat him. I like that idea. That's a little different. I love the idea that I might get to play as me, Brock Lesnar, squashing the fuck out of John Cena. That just sounds a lot of fun to me.
Yeah.
And then all that stuff. We're getting the prototype. I pre-ordered the Icons edition. Because I'm like, first of all, I kind of want the prototype on my fucking game just to see what happens. It sounds a lot of fun. But yeah.
And you're also getting, the Ruthless Aggression pack with Leviathan, which is Batista's rookie gimmick.
Rookie Brock.
Rookie Brock.
You got WrestleMania 22 arena too, which I saw that. I'm like, well, originally I thought, well, they could just do, WrestleMania 22 with the whole, if they were doing, because I didn't know they were doing, he lost these matches. But one match, I don't know if they're going to put it on there, depending on, because I don't know when the roster was cut off. And I don't know if he's going to make the main game, is the match at Payback with Bray Wyatt.
I don't know. But there were surprisingly a lot of matches that I think they weren't going to add for Rey Mysterio's.
Yeah. Well, they were supposed to, Jushin Thunder Liger was supposed to be in last year's game.
Yeah. And wasn't Juventud supposed to be in there too?
No, I think it was just the match with Jushin Liger. Yeah, it was supposed to be, because I'm like, well, it makes sense to have Jushin Liger versus Rey Mysterio on there. From what was this? Because they had the Starrcade 96 arena in the game, and when you've seen that, I'm like, oh, why is this arena in the game and nothing, like, it doesn't make sense? They just have it in the game for no reason.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
maybe they couldn't get it and they had the arena already set and they was like, oh, we can't get Liger, so we just.
Well, they had like a graphic for it and all that set and all that stuff. I'm currently playing 2K22 on PC as well because I'm getting of modding over there, which is, some of it's hard, but some of it's like adding characters is not easy. But like updating your like, for example, if you're wanting to update, because I for one do not like Sami Zayn's model in 2K22, so I'm putting the new Sami in there. But yeah, I'm excited for 2K23. I'm also excited for I'm excited to see where that goes. But Royal Rumble is going to be great. I'm gonna somehow figure out. Reviewing the show is going to be very, very difficult. You got 35 entrants to go through and 2-hour-long matches to talk about.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's going to be something here. Big Mike, where can people find you?
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at DetroitGamer313. Also find me on Around the Point Network every single day. We do a lot of things there. And also you can find me from time to time filling in on True Hill Heat.
Right. And one little note I want to make, something I did it last year. It's a little fun game. No one's winning any like money prizes or anything like that. You just can shout out. I can put your name. Well, not your name. You say you're in, and I randomize 2 numbers, 1 number for the men, 1 number for the women. If you win, I may get you on the show for the review, for our future review, or just shout you out on the podcast. So, which sounds a lot of fun. So, hopefully somebody actually wins this year, because last year no one won. So, I may add my name. I don't know, just for the fun of it. Who knows? You got what number is it you said you had again? I can't remember what I told you what it was.
Let me go into our DM. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. I know it ain't that far up. Is it that far up? Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
No, here it is. I got 21 for the men's and 8 for the women's.
Yeah, that's... just imagine if you fucking end up getting like Alicia Fox and like
I think that one year you did it, I think I did get Alicia Fox. I got like 2 jobbers.
Oh my god! See, now I have to look this up because this is kind of funny now. I still have it, by the way.
You do?
Yeah. I gotta find it here. Like there it is. There it is. So okay. No, I actually did. I actually didn't have it. I got rid of it last year. No, actually, you won. You got Brock right last year, but you also had Shane Baszler, and that being number 30.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
I was pissed. I was pissed at.
I'm like, well, you actually got the right one, and then
right. Then the other one is just like
who was it that we thought was going to win that year? Wasn't it? Who did we think was going to win last year?
Didn't we think Shinsuke was going to win that year?
No, I don't think we did think Shinsuke was going to win. No, I think it was 2021. We thought Shinsuke was going to win because they did that whole thing, and then Shinsuke never got his title match.
So bad, I just forgot about it.
Who the fuck was it that we thought was going to win that year? Now I'm trying to remember who it was.
Participants. I gotta look at all the participants. Hold on.
What's the... No, I think that Roy thought Big E was going to win it.
Oh yeah, and then he ended up winning. No.
He didn't do much of anything after that. Well, that's actually, to be fair, he did. And then not even weeks or something after that, he got his neck broken. So yeah. I don't. Okay, look, if listen, the family would love to see Big E come out in the Royal Rumble this year, but I don't think it's happening. We just don't know what his status is with his neck. So, but
that's when Johnny Knoxville was in there.
Yeah.
Didn't we think Drew was gonna win?
I don't know. I didn't know. Well, Drew wasn't really doing very much of that point, so I don't know. Like,
Shane was in that one too. He booked himself in there. I think it was Drew.
The women, a lot of people had different ones. A lot of people had Bianca winning it. Sasha was another one. I had, was it Rhea winning that one? Shayna was another one that a lot of people wanted to see. Shayna actually was the pick. Was it 2020? But yeah.
Yeah.
But hopefully the show is not bad.
Yeah, hopefully.
But yeah, I've been Matt the Misfit. This is my buddy Big Mike. Like I said, you can find him out on all social media platforms. He just mentioned them. I'm not going through that shtick again. There's too much editing there. I've been Matt the Misfit. This is the Misfit Wrestling Podcast. If you like what you've seen down here below, or not, if you like it, you're not seeing anything. You're hearing it. I don't know why you're seeing anything. Hit the like button. Comment down below. Hit the subscribe button. We're like at not a lot of subscribers, but it's fun. 65, I believe what it is, which is not bad. It's 62. People are actually watching the show, which is amazing. My most viewed episode is the episode where I believe it was the Women's War Games Advantage show, which has over 3,000 views over there on YouTube. So
awesome.
Good stuff here. People are actually were caring what I have to say about Joshi Pro Wrestling, which is great. I did my first Stardom review a few months ago, or a few weeks ago, where Shuri defended the World Stardom Championship in that amazing match with Julia, which that's another name I could see somewhere down the line coming over to the States, and she's to be a mega fucking star. Julia's great. I hope Kyrie decides to say, hey, can we reschedule things so I can go to Philadelphia? Or not Philadelphia, San Antonio. I just want a Kyrie EO reunion, goddammit. Okay, give me what I want. Yeah. You can find my other podcasts. This is the only podcast. You can find me on other platforms. Spotify, Amazon Music, Audible, Google Podcasts, Pandora, iHeartRadio, I guess, and Stitcher. I've tried getting on Apple. They want me to buy fucking things to use it. I'm like, well, fuck you then, Apple. Twitter, Misfit Podcast TV. On Instagram, Misfit Wrestling Pod, excuse me. And on the Facebook, which no one goes to, Misfit Wrestling Podcast, because no one uses Facebook anymore, because Facebook is evil, just like Twitter. But this has been Big Mike. I've been Matt the Misfit. This is the Royal Rumble preview and predictions. I will see you back here for, well, I don't know about him, but he might be doing something for tomorrow's Dynamite, maybe. I'm going to be back here for Dynamite tomorrow, because we got, for the debut of Mark Briscoe is going to be on AEW Dynamite. Hallelujah. It's very sad that they waited until the man died to put him on the show. Fucked up. But I'm very happy that they're going to be able to honor Jay Briscoe finally. Yes. Sucks that Jay Briscoe's not here anymore. But
I ordered the Jay Briscoe tribute shirt.
Yeah. Yes, please go to. I'm not. I don't sponsor. You don't sponsor me, but I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna please go buy the Jay Briscoe shirt on Pro Wrestling Tees. I'm gonna support their family. All proceeds go to the family of Jay Briscoe, who their daughters are still fighting for their life. So
actually, it's been good news that I think both daughters have regained feeling in their legs, but it's a long way to go.
Yeah, so they're just fighting us, but yeah, Dynamite's looking great tomorrow. Not so great. I don't really care for Brian Cage. I want my fucking Bryan Danielson versus Shingo Takagi match. God damn it! I want it so bad. It's gonna happen. At some point, it's gonna happen. One of them, I don't know whether what's on the show, but it's gonna be great. I'll be back here for Dynamite. Then we got SmackDown, the final SmackDown before the Royal Rumble. I'll be doing some of that stuff there too. Hopefully, the show last week was not very good. So let's see what happens this week. And the Royal Rumble review on Saturday. I may do a watch along. I don't know. That depends. I'll let you guys know. Until then, we're out.